Bitcoin holders, welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. So Bitcoin is pumping in September, guys. Okay, so today Bitcoin did pump a bit. Okay, a few hours ago we did actually see Bitcoin pumping back up to $111,000. Now, as we know, guys, usually September historically is a pretty bearish time for Bitcoin, as we all know. Okay, I already made a video talking about this, why I actually do believe this month in September we will see Bitcoin going much lower, and I still believe it will be going much lower, even though right now, okay, we did in fact see Bitcoin bouncing back up, okay, beyond $111,000. So that's exactly what I want to talk about, for today's video. There is in fact some other things that I do, of course, want to show you guys, some charts and whatnot for Bitcoin. Okay, so let's begin with today's video. So looking at the Bitcoin price right now, guys, man, I must say it is looking pretty good today. For Bitcoin back at $111,000. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't expect this to happen. And like I said, even though Bitcoin right now is bouncing back up right above $111,000, I do believe this is a trap. Okay, understand we're only 3 days into this month in September. Okay, this is the third day into this month. We are still early into this month, guys. You guys need to understand, I do believe, in the next upcoming few weeks, okay, we'll see what will happen. But like I said many times, I'm not expecting much to happen for Bitcoin this month in September. Okay, I really am not, guys. Okay, because I know this month in September, most likely, we will see Bitcoin going much lower. We're going to see some corrections. We're going to see more dumps happening because historically, like I said, okay, September is a very bearish time for Bitcoin. Okay, this is honestly one of the most bearish months for Bitcoin. Okay, it really is, guys. And I will be very surprised if this month, September, we do end it off in the greens. Okay, but yeah, so far Bitcoin is up quite a bit. Okay, we're kind of like the 1 hour time frame, and look at this candle right over here, guys. Okay, this is a 1 hour candle, and just look at it. Absolutely amazing to see, guys. We did see Bitcoin dropping to like 108. Okay, it was currently at like 110, and then it dropped all the way to 108, and then it bounced back up to 111 with this beautiful candle. Okay, this 1 hour candle. So yeah, absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. You also clearly see ever since we had this pump, it's just been chilling. Okay, pretty much at $111,000. So man, Bitcoin is holding up pretty well, I must say. And overall the crypto market today, okay, is not really moving. I mean, we are in fact seeing some alts slightly moving, but majority of altcoins today are not really moving. You also clearly see that for the past 24 hours. And by the way, I just realized that Coin Market Cap, okay, just updated their layout and whatnot, and I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you guys like this layout from Coin Market Cap, but I like it. Okay, it's not too bad. But yeah, anyways, past 24 hours, we're not seeing huge moves for alts. I mean, some altcoins are bounced back up 1%, some 2%, some over 3%, but on that, not a lot of altcoins are moving today. Okay, you have to clearly see that, right? Bitcoin monthly returns, you have to clearly see so far this month in September we're up 2%. Okay, yesterday we were actually in the reds, and now today we're back in the greens, guys, beyond 2%. Okay, it's above 2%. And like I said, I will be very surprised if this month in September we do end it off in the greens. Okay, but I'm not expecting too much to happen for Bitcoin, okay, this upcoming few weeks for this month in September, because you guys can clearly see historically it is a very bearish month for Bitcoin. Okay, this is how bearish September is, guys. Just last year in 2024, for September, it was up over 7%, and this was the best performing September ever for Bitcoin history. It was up only 7%, just over 7%, guys. Just think about that. That just clearly shows you guys, how bearish September is for Bitcoin. Okay, so if we can some way beat 7%, then that will be, the best performing September, okay, for Bitcoin. So if we can beat that this year in 2025, 7%, that's going to be the best, September ever for Bitcoin history. So we'll see about that, guys. Okay. But yeah, Max posted this saying buy in September, sell in November. Historically, September has been the worst month for Bitcoin with an average return of negative 3.47%, okay, over the past 13 years, while October and November have been the most bullish months for Bitcoin. Okay, so yes, clearly historically, yes, September is a pretty, bearish month for Bitcoin, but November is a beautiful bullish month for Bitcoin. Okay, so I do believe this month is the time to simply accumulate as much Bitcoin as you possibly can before we see pretty much the final rally for Bitcoin. Because you guys need to understand, like I said many times, Q4 is going to be amazing for Bitcoin. Okay, that's what you guys need to understand. Q4 is going to be absolutely amazing for Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, also altcoins, right? Q3 has been a pretty bumpy road, I must say. We've been seeing a lot of ups and downs. But Q4, everything's about to change, okay? And that's when we will see Bitcoin reaching new record highs, right? As I've been telling guys, I do personally believe Bitcoin will be reaching, 150 to 180 to potentially even $200,000 and beyond. And I do believe that's going to be happening next month in October. A lot of people call it October, and it makes sense. We just going to see in October is a very, very bullish month for Bitcoin. Same with November, as we all know, and December during Christmas time. It is pretty decent as well, right? Christmas is pretty decent for Bitcoin. So understand, guys, Q4 is going to be absolutely amazing for Bitcoin. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. Now, getting into these charts, starting off with this one, okay, for Bitcoin, weekly structure remains intact. Okay, so the trend is your friend. And yeah, you guys can clearly see this, uptrend that Bitcoin has in fact been forming will continue. That's what you guys need to understand. Okay, this uptrend that we have in fact been seeing, and I've been talking about this beautiful uptrend for a while now. Okay, you guys can clearly see right over here, ever since the beginning of 2023 to where we are right now in 2025, we have in fact been seeing a beautiful recovery happening for Bitcoin, bounce back up to its previous highs, and it's not stopping there. It also went back up, to its previous highs, and it even reached a new all-time high. And I've been telling guys this uptrend that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin will continue. That's what you guys need to understand, okay? And that's why the top is not in yet for Bitcoin, okay? So understand, guys, okay, global money supply, okay, global M2 is at a new all-time high, okay? So historically, Bitcoin price follows. So as we all know, guys, okay, global liquidity is going up, okay? The global money supply, okay, is going up, and usually Bitcoin does follow. So you guys can clearly see is at an all-time high right now, new all-time high, okay? And the Bitcoin price will follow eventually, okay? It's going to be going much, much higher. And this is why I truly do believe one of the main reasons Bitcoin will continue to go higher, guys. Okay, the top is not in yet for Bitcoin. Okay, please understand that, guys, right? So looking at this chart, just clearly showing you guys the top is not in yet for Bitcoin. Okay, we are over here, and the peak is all the way going to be around here. Okay, so it's going to be like, what, like 180 to 200K. And beyond, right? There's a lot of predictions out there. People are saying, 300K. I think that's, pretty possible for Bitcoin as well this cycle. But some people are predicting, 500K to even 700K. And as much as I am bullish on Bitcoin, I don't think we will see Bitcoin reaching these price targets. Okay, this bull cycle. We will for sure easily reach those price targets, but just not this bull cycle. Most likely we'll hit those, price targets in the next bull market. Right, just not the cycle, okay? So understand, guys, looking at this chart, not many people are ready for this, and that's 100% true, okay? Because Bitcoin is going to be going much, much higher, okay? $124,000 is not the top for Bitcoin. That is not the top, okay? A lot of people think, that's the top, it's over, we're in a bear market now. No, guys, okay? We still have Q4 to get through. October, November, and December are pretty, great times for Bitcoin. Okay, it's very, very bullish times for Bitcoin. So understand, Bitcoin is going to be going parabolic. We're going to see some gold candles happening for Bitcoin. And yeah, I do believe, Bitcoin will be reaching, $200,000 and beyond. I think that is very, very possible. Now, looking at this chart right over here, showing us that Bitcoin is going to reaching 500K. Now, like I said before, I don't think we will see Bitcoin reaching 500K this bull cycle. Okay, but in the next bull cycle, yes, 100%. I think 500K is an easy target for Bitcoin, right? But just not the cycle. I don't think the cycle will see Bitcoin reaching $500,000. Okay, and you guys know I am very, very bullish on Bitcoin, but I just want to be real with you guys, right? I want to be, transparent with you guys, okay? Because some of these, Bitcoin predictions are pretty funny. Okay, it really is, guys. Okay, and a lot of people have been wrong in the past. Like for example, back in 2021, I remember a lot of people were predicting Bitcoin reaching 100K and beyond. Bitcoin didn't even reach 70K. It wasn't even. It was almost there. Didn't quite get there though. Okay, so a lot of people were wrong, right, with their Bitcoin predictions. The last bull cycle, right, back in 2021. So this bull cycle, I'm sticking with like 200K to 250, maybe even 300K. Okay, we'll see about that. So Bitcoin holders, get ready. Either way, the top is not in yet for Bitcoin. It's going to be going much higher. Okay, 124 is not the top. Now, looking at this, guys, and this is why I always tell you guys to invest your money, even if it's just $100 worth of it. Okay, so you guys can clearly see Bitcoin versus inflation. So inflation, if you simply just held your $100, okay, you saved that $100, maybe you saved it in the bank, okay, right? You just saved it in fiat, okay? You didn't invest in it to any assets. Today, it will be worth $76. Why, you may ask? Because of inflation. Everything is getting more expensive. So if you guys want to simply beat inflation, you need to invest into assets, things like Bitcoin. Okay, and a lot of the wealth, right? The wealthy people are investing into a lot of different asset classes out there. Like for example, silver, gold, okay, Bitcoin, right? Real estate, okay, and there's many more other assets out there that you can invest in, right? Companies, stocks, okay, you name it, right? But personally, guys, I always suggest you guys to study Bitcoin and invest into Bitcoin. Treat Bitcoin like it's your own savings account, okay? So if you invested into Bitcoin back in 2020, if you just invested $100 into Bitcoin in 2020, today it'll be worth $1,200, over $1,000 from $100 investment. Just think about that, guys. Okay, so this is why, guys, you should always invest your money. Okay, if you want to build wealth, you have to invest into assets. Okay, and that's why the wealthy people are becoming more wealthy, because they are always investing their money. Okay, they're not saving their money. They're not saving in fiat, right? That's the worst thing that you can do. Okay, it really is, guys. So that's why I always tell you guys to invest your money. Okay, make your money work for you. Okay, so money is a tool, okay, as we all know, in many ways. And one of them ways, okay, is to invest it, right, to make more money. Okay, make your money, make more money. Okay, so always invest, guys. Okay, always, right? And I'm glad I have learned this in my early 20s. Okay, I started investing in my early 20s when I was like 21. Right, so a couple years back, I'm 26 now. And yeah, I just never looked back, right? Ever since I started investing at a young age, at an early age, I started investing to Bitcoin back early 2021. And yeah, it's been amazing, guys. And I'm glad I started early, right? So that is that. Da Vinci posted this saying, if you felt bullish about Bitcoin when it was above $120,000, you should love it even more at $110,000. And that's true, right? This is a great time to buy, guys. Like I said, this month in September, I'm expecting to see some corrections happening for Bitcoin. And this is the best time to buy, guys. Okay, if you love Bitcoin when it was at a peak, at a new record high, you should love it even more when it's dropping, because that way you can accumulate more at a cheaper price. So I hope you guys are stacking. Okay, I hope you guys, in the next upcoming few weeks, have some capital, okay, to invest in, right, into Bitcoin, because I truly do believe there's going to be an amazing time to buy and stack as much, Bitcoins or Satoshis as you possibly can, because you guys need to understand Q4, that's when things will change for Bitcoin, and it's just going to be going up like crazy. So right now, okay, is the best time to accumulate in Bitcoin, guys. Okay, it really is. So don't be, fearful, guys. Okay, just because we are seeing these corrections happening for Bitcoin, don't be fearful. Okay, while others are fearful, be greedy and buy more. Understand, guys, when we see corrections, drops, crashes in the market, that is the best time to buy. Okay, it really is, guys. And Da Vinci also says here, just one Bitcoin will be generational wealth next decade. Okay, and that's true, right? And I've been talking about this for a while now, why you guys should own and accumulate at least one full Bitcoin. And I've been talking about this ever since I started my YouTube channel back, early 2022, right? And I've been begging you guys to accumulate a full Bitcoin, because I really do believe down in the future, for the average person to own a full Bitcoin and they simply hold it for the next decade or so, right? Whether it's 5, 8, 10 years from now, 15 years, 20 years, you will be very wealthy, because we know Bitcoin is going to be a digital asset that will be worth not just $1 million, but millions of dollars per coin. You guys need to understand that Bitcoin is truly is scarce. It's the most scarce asset out there in the entire world. Okay, there's not enough Bitcoin to go around for everyone. Okay, it has store of value. It's a hedge against inflation. So understand, guys, Bitcoin will be going up forever. And that's why for the past, over 15 years, ever since Bitcoin has existed, it's been going up forever. Okay, clearly, right? You guys can clearly see that. And look at this, right? Someone says donate one to your neighbor, and he puts his I'm guessing his Bitcoin address right there. And that's pretty hilarious when I saw this. So yeah, guys, get to a full Bitcoin if you guys haven't already. Even just 0.1 Bitcoin, right? Just 10% of a Bitcoin is going to be a big deal. I do believe Bitcoin will be reaching, $10 million and beyond per coin. So if you own 0.1 Bitcoin, right, 10% of a Bitcoin, that's $1 million right there. Just think about that. I know you guys want to become wealthy. I know you guys want to become a millionaire. And I know a lot of us as human beings want to have some type of freedom. And I do believe you will get that if you simply accumulate at least a full Bitcoin. Not financial advice, always doing research, but that's why, guys, I've been accumulating a lot of Bitcoins, okay, for the past few years. Okay, and I'm simply buying and holding. I've never sold any of my Bitcoins, not even $1 worth of Bitcoins. I've never sold it. I've just been simply buying and holding. That is it. And I'm not planning to sell any of my Bitcoins anytime soon. That's what you guys need to understand. I'm simply holding it for my future self and family, right? That is that. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More updates will be coming for Bitcoin since Bitcoin is slightly bounced back up right now. It was at 107, 108 a couple of days ago, and now it's back at 111. And yeah, this Bitcoin pump in September is crazy. I didn't expect this to happen, but remember, guys, anything can happen. We may see Bitcoin tomorrow dropping back down to the downside. So I will keep you guys up to date. Okay, so give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. That is always much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.